There you can see Poland, the world champions, who not only won the title last year, but have taken a step forward this year in setting a new world best time of 5:37.31 on their home water in Poznan in the second of this season's third of 3 World Cup regattas. So Russia at the bottom there, the Olympic champions. And on the far side now in lane 1, this is Italy. Italy, stroked by Simone Raineri. The Ukraine in lane 2. And this is a crew we don't know a lot about, but need to respect. Poland, Adam Korol in the stroke seat, the defending champions. They look very good in moving through to the final. Estonia, Andrei Yemsa in the stroke seat. They were bronze medalists a year ago in Japan. And then the Olympic champions, or at least 3 of them, in the Russian boat in lane 5. And closest to you in lane 6. Another danger. This is the Czech crew with, in the 3-seat, 2 from the left there, Václav Chalupa, the man who is the inspiration for Czech sculling, if not sculling and rowing.
He's just signed a new contract with Dukla Prague, his club, and will be going through to Beijing in 08. You'll be pleased to hear.
He's 38 years young. He's still looking for that major gold medal. He's got a sack full of silvers and bronzes, and I think there wouldn't be anybody around this regatta course who would deny him a gold medal. If he can do it from lane 6 today, it'll be some achievement.
And pretty improbable, I'm afraid, today. But there's some very hot stuff around, and I think the Poles are going to take some stopping.
Unless, of course, the Russians turn up to have a big argument, and they might just do that. On the near side then, the Czech Republic. 2 from the bottom are Russia. Then 3 away are Estonia. Then the champions Poland in red. Then Ukraine in blue and yellow. 2 from the top of your picture. And furthest away, Italy in lane number 1. So on the near side here, Russia going strongly with Poland, and also the Ukraine with a very positive start, the Ukrainians.
Very positive start, but you come straight into the Russian crew here because they're expected to do something. And over here in lane 5, you can see their bow ball. They're down on Ukraine, probably about level with Poland, and that's the Olympic champions in view. Those 3 crews already beginning to separate themselves. Now, this is a very fast-moving boat, and differences are small, and already to be that far out, half a length out on the field so quickly, either costs you a lot or means you're very, very good.
Sergei Fedorotsev, the 26-year-old stroke in the Russian quad, comes like his teammate from Rostov-on-Don, Nikolai Spinov. It sounds more like an English country town than a Russian one.
Yes, it does. But now Russia moved through Ukraine. Ukraine slipping back quite fast, and Russia is in the lead with Poland just a couple of feet behind. Poland looking very sharp, beautifully together, and you can't quite see why the Russians moved their boat so well. We come into the Ukraine, even though they're slipping backwards, in lane 2, and we're doing a bit of a focus on them. That's a crew that you can see they scull it through fairly low. The hands are fairly low against the bodies, but very efficient through to the finish. But Poland now have their bow ball a couple of feet in front of the Russians. Poland now in view, sharp in, very nicely together, and very strong in the upper body. A lot of upper body bull chests, barrel chests, you might even say, in this quad, and they pulled out to a canvas with Russia in second place, and probably Ukraine or Estonia vying for, well, it is Ukraine and Estonia vying for bronze medal position.
To the 1,000 metres, and the water just roughening up a little bit. The wind has picked up a touch, and certainly conditions harder than they were at the beginning of this regatta day. But at the moment, Adam Korol, behind him Michal Jeliński, then Marek Kolbowicz and Konrad Wasilewski, they are now beginning to show why they won the world title. They really did look great in the semi-finals, and they're beginning to look that great again now.
Moving out in this third 500, they've quite relaxed in the forearms. You should look at their forearms there, see if you can see the tension, because as you get into rough water, you begin to, the tendency, the fear makes you grip the skull. That stiffens up your forearms, and actually you're more likely to drop it under those circumstances. But they're now length clear of a very, very classy field that's vying for silver and bronze medals, with Ukraine a whole east of the Poland, Eastern Bloc final. Ukraine, Estonia and Russia in a row.
On the far side, just still not able to get into it, Italy, and it is by virtually a length now the lead to the Polish, ahead of Estonia. Three men from Pernu, Andrzej Jemsaj, Tonu Endreksen, and the man in the bow, Ala Raja. And it's the stern pair who were actually bronze medalists last year in this particular boat class. Now, this is where somebody's got to try and make a move. If they want to peg back the Polish now, they've got to go for them. And I'm quite impressed the way that the Ukrainians are still very much on the premises. But Poland toughing it out there, wanting to retain the world title. They did 1:26.30 for the third quarter. Still the fastest boat, but now you can see the Ukrainian quad beginning to get back into this argument. I said that one had to stay on the right side of them, Hugh. If you remember, they were bronze medalists, the men in the Olympic Games. Sergei Grin, their stroke, was one of those bronze medalists, and he's put them back into contention. They're in bronze medal, well, vying for silver medal position at the moment on the far side.
With Estonia and Russia out of it. So we've now got a three-boat, three medals. We've got Poland, Ukraine coming through for silver, and Estonia in bronze medal position, and the Russians out of it.
Yeah, well, the Estonians are certainly not out of it, but watch out for the Italians, because the Italians are also coming with a rush. It's a little late, but it is Poland with three-quarters of a length as they come towards the line now. On the far side, the Ukraine. On the near side, it's Estonia, and it's Poland who retain the championship ahead of the Ukraine, and Estonia take the bronze medal ahead of Italy, with Russia clearly blowing up, and the Czech Republic never at the races.
Well, the Czech Republic did actually pass Russia on the line there, so Russians came back to sixth place, but unfortunately not up to the pace of these first three crews, which spread by 2.5 seconds. Poland first in 5:38 against their own record in Poznan this year, their own best time in Poznan this year, 5:37. So they were within a second, and therefore closest to a world best time of all the finals we've seen today. That picks up your point made earlier during the racing, that the wind has lifted and is actually pushing crews faster down the course.
I just wonder whether it's making conditions. I just saw the evidence of the odd white horse out there.
I think if you were in a single scull, you'd begin to feel it a bit more, but at the big boats now, because after the quads we get eights, and so it's going to be, I think, relatively straightforward, and an assist, not a hindrance.
So congratulations to Poland. As we often say, it's hard to win, it's even harder to defend. The British, you saw in the women's quad, were unable to do just that, but Poland